Hey everybody, it's Nash here, and this is going to be the every play video for the Texas Longhorns versus Oklahoma Sooners in the Red River Showdown. That's the official name. I'm going to use it. Be on the lookout for some videos in the future. We got the defense coming up. We got the offense coming up. We got a reaction to the win. I'm gonna do a video where I let it sink in, so it's not immediate reaction. It's simmered for a little bit. You cooked up, you add a little bit of spice, you add some sauce, you let it simmer, okay? You let the meal form, and then we'll consume it. Now, the sights and sounds video, that's going to be one of my favorite ones yet. Greg from the game, I met him. Shout out if he's listening, if he's watching this game right now. This game, it was absolutely amazing. Loved it. I was kind of worried that the seats that I had weren't going to be great for this, or for the sights and sounds video. They were almost perfect. I mean, I honestly couldn't have. I probably could have. The only way I could have got a little bit better is if I was a few more rows forward. But that's about it. But real excited about all the content that I'm going to be bringing this week. So be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think about this Oklahoma loss and this Texas dub. Alright, everybody. Hope you all enjoy the video. I know I will. And we're going to say it loud and proud, baby. Hook 'em!
Should look like. 7 minutes after 11 local on a glorious Texas day. And Greg, Quinn Ewers
to manage the pocket passer.
So after rehabbing the sprained clavicle, dealing with the pain, he is back. And of course, here goes Bijan Robinson.
Sure, time and time again, what will they get today?
Bijan out of the backfield from Ewers. Cuts back against the grain. It'll be third down and about 3 from there.
The story these last couple weeks.
Roschon Johnson, who's the heart and soul, emotional leader of this team, in the backfield on third down and 3. Ewers is going to check down and wrapped up. Stutzman with 3 tackles to start the game.
And a great job by Oklahoma's defense getting off to a nice start. You had the tight end crossing the field.
Marvin Mims back to return the Trejo punt. Mims is 4th nationally in punt return yardage, but will call for the fair catch at about. Gabriel was injured, was 7 of 16 for only 50 yards in that blowout loss. Eric Gray trying to find some room on the left side as he gets it to the 29-yard line. Second and 6, Gray again, as he spins his way for a 1.5 yards.
See if they adjust with how quickly they play.
Third down and 4, 4-man rush, and on the inside cut, he gets it complete to Braden Willis, who last week against TCU had a 7. The ball came out at the end, but they're quick to get to the line. Let's take one more peek at this. That was close, but they get the snap off. And he was looking for Stoops.
UCF.
I don't know, that wasn't a fumble moments ago with that completion. They go with the jet motion with Stoops, who takes the little toss forward and has level. Bevel launches downfield, far to the outside of Marvin Mims.
Concussion protocol. He is being evaluated daily moving forward.
That's the update officially, after he was warming up there. Xavier Worthy's going to return this from his own 5-yard line, and the pursuit is able to get him. Tough starting field position from the 10-yard line. Robinson cuts back and leans ahead for 2.5 yards. It's out in the slot on 2nd and 7. Ewers will get it complete for a first down.
Classified early to take advantage of NIL, and now here he is starting for his home state school.
Ewers pulls it and gets it to Sanders. Look at him go. J.T. Sanders, who is so dynamic.
And just a great job. You got that over the top, and then you got him into the flat underneath. You have just a total layered concept. One guy's deep, one guy's in the middle, and one guy's out behind, and Sanders so out.
The previous play is under further review.
Field, it's a 16-yard reception.
And as you see, that left heel right there at the 37-yard line, just ever so slightly on the white, but a good call by the officials. And a
first down for Texas. Ewers off the play action. That ball nearly intercepted. With an interception in the end zone in the 4 overtime game.
And just a great break there by Woody Washington. Almost makes the play after Ewers scans the field.
Back to action here on second down, and it's Bijan Robinson.
Gain on second down.
Robinson, that'll move the chains. As he gets one final push. Wait, let's see a burnt orange for 50% of this Cotton Bowl. Ewers, easy pitch and catch to Whittington, and he's inside.
Heavy boot action.
Bijan Robinson able to get to the edge and carries a man with him down to the 20.
In time to get properly lined up.
Good down and distance for Sark to do something with it here. And Johnson, look at that desire of pad leverage. Answer, Roschon Johnson stays in at running back. He will get this work, and he is down. They're marking him at the 9-yard line as the little something extra. Here's Worthy. Xavier Worthy. Right at that
big body that involves a couple of 300-pounders from the defensive side.
Robinson. Flag is down as he crosses the goal line.
Offside. Number 8, defense. The penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Bijan Robinson capping a 90-yard drive.
Nice run there from Bijan Robinson. It was a good initial surge
on that drive. Ran the ball well. And had the completion that sparked things with TNT Red River Showdown. Texas up 7-zip. Bijan Robinson with the. This is Farouk. And Igners. Braden Willis, starting tight end, great looking athlete, taking the direct snap. Farouk again turns the corner, and again that'll move. Willis is the senior tight end, goes 6'4", 240. And he's going to keep it himself as he's in the open field and now playing quarterback. And Farouk is wrapped up after a gain of just 2 yards by Willis out of the shotgun now with Bunkley, Shelton, and Marcus Major in the backfield. 3rd down and 5. And it'll be 4th down from there. 4th and 2. Willis as he spins Eric Gray at running back. And he will short pitch to Gray. And tremendous pursuit as James
at some point there at running back.
We're very high on him. The freshman from Las Vegas. For now, it is Gray on 2nd and 8, and he is tackled for a loss.
Yeah, you see him right here just working against the center Rame. He works right around and makes the play in the backfield. It's difficult.
Started with Braden Willis playing quarterback. Now a 3rd and 9 for Davis Bevel. Stoops couldn't break free. Drake Stoops with the reception.
With the Texas Longhorns, and in that particular case, you really want to work your best matchup. And right here in the slot, Stoops is an excellent route runner against man.
And they're going to have to burn a timeout. Schmidt is 5 of 6 on the season. It is a fake as they get it to the kicker, and he goes ahead. Booker takes the snap and quickly pitches to Schmidt. Fake field goal off the timeout.
And how about the kicker?
Again.
This is probably all seen on tape, too. You see number 5, Deshaun Jameson, coming off the edge. They jump leverage immediately. Let's take a look. Where is that ball? Oh, yeah, I think he's got it. Of course, it has to be indisputable video evidence.
Back there.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a first down.
So the fake field. And Davis Bevell and the offense back out there. Orbit motion from Mims. Marcus Major will get the work. Good run down to the 10-yard line for
the open field by Thompson.
2nd and 3. Major. Not much there against Lawrence. 3rd down and 2. Bevell pulls, and he's going to be a yard short. 4th down and 1. Gray. That second effort, the initial surge definitely wasn't there, and that's a turnover on downs.
And this is the matchup right here. The right guard, Chris Murray, just working against that front for Texas. I believe it's Sweat who just stands Murray up right there at the line of scrimmage. Can't go anywhere. And as a result, the interior moves its way to the ball carrier and drops him at the line of scrimmage. But that was all made possible by the point of attack.
Great play by T'Vondre Sweat, Montez's little brother.
Look at how they were a little discombobulated against Texas's tempo. That's going to be big moving forward.
Bijan Robinson, back-to-back carries. He's so patient to be able to probe. And then
Mississippi State up big against Arkansas on the SEC network. Back to you, Tess.
3rd down and 1 to start the second quarter. Johnson, that'll move the chains for Texas. Oklahoma hadn't gone. DJU, Phil Dracovic tonight. Clemson, BC, 7:30 on ABC. Quinn Ewers extends the play, and a reaching effort by Whittington.
Great catch by Whittington after Ewers had to move in the pocket just ever so.
On the reception, Jordan Whittington. Ewers turns around, goes back to Johnson. Well-designed play. Roschon ripping it up. Big gainer, chunk play for Texas.
And look at the influence that this motion has. Look at all these Oklahoma Sooners move to their left initially as Ewers rolls to his left to buy a little time. Turns around, finds Johnson, and he...
Bijan Robinson.
A lot of momentum in favor of the Horns.
Ewers out of the backfield. Robinson. It was interesting as he came with the reverse motion.
As you see, he just kind of slips. But this is a good job by Ewers, feeling that pressure.
Goes for 13 yards. 1st and goals. The ball's on the 10-yard line. Ewers to the end zone. Touchdown. Xavier Worthy.
And you're going to see the motion like this, and watch how that affects the defender. As a result, you just have the post right in behind it. Easy pitch and catch.
Katie George as Texas has a 14-0 lead. Let's check in.
I didn't see it, so it probably wasn't super difficult. I don't know.
Davis Bevell with a completion to Braden Willis, who we saw playing.
Starting center Andrew Rim came down to talk to Davis Bevell. He said, when we're in Texas territory, I cannot hear a word you are saying, so make sure we're on the same page moving forward.
And now Bevell is split out as Gray takes the direct snap, and with that advantage, he makes his way near the field.
Which they ultimately haven't done so far.
2nd and 2, Gray again, and Gray finds that seam with Braden Willis.
Jeff Levy should call it over and over and over again.
No, you're getting it here with Mims in motion. Gray, slight hesitation, and then gets it inside the 40-yard line. So a hefty
snap here in the Wildcat.
So here we go. Now it's Major as he goes with the tap to Mims, and Mims is struggling to get to the corner. This Major getting to Mims.
And the timing just wasn't great there on the jet sweep. It looked like they snapped it just a hair early with territory as well.
It's Jahdae Barron who made the play defensively for Texas. Bevell back at quarterback on 3rd down, and he overthrows Marvin Mims.
This is looking a little bit like the Kansas State game, though. They're able to move the ball, but once they cross the 50, it looks like Oklahoma's really shot themselves in the foot.
Kirk on to punt. Nose down, looking for a pin here. Tremendous effort down near the goal line, but it'll go for the touchback. Starting from the 20, their average field position so far today is their own 15, and they have 2 long touchdown drives. Ewers. It looks so easy for him right now to Jordan Whitten pose.
Yeah, he can throw it, and really easy too in the offensive line. You got a pocket like that, and to allow your receivers another strike.
22-yard completion. Now Bijan, as he turns the corner and is wrestled down at the 4.
Great rhythm, both running and throwing the football.
2nd and 6. Ewers extending the play, sidearms, and nearly intercepted by control along the sideline just to secure this.
Yeah, it's a great effort there. As you can see by Davis, just a little bit out of bounds. Ball was thrown pretty well. That's one that Worthy should definitely bring in.
Ewers trying to find an option on 3rd and 6, and Bijan Robinson.
Ridiculous catch. I mean, this is not Worthy. This is not a receiver. This is a running back towing his feet right there on the sideline.
Ewers now, as he goes to helm the tight end. Somebody said you're not the best hands on the team.
I mean, that is an unbelievable catch. I mean, it's well and an unbelievable adjustment by the running back out of the backfield.
2nd and 5. And now in the traditional way, as he was just tripped up.
Got a big 4-down territory for Texas.
Robinson untouched until that point, gliding.
Look at Oklahoma. They're still trying to get the signal. They're looking to the sideline. When Texas snaps the ball, it's happened time and time and time. Continue to get gashed on the ground.
Look at all the pre-snap window dressing. Ewers, as he then checks down to J.T. Sanders. It was J.T. Sanders who was actually lined up in a wildcat before they shifted into the traditional formation.
When the offense is snapping the football.
This is Robinson on 2nd and 6. Keelan Robinson will take it in for another long.
Keelan Robinson will get the love, but Jordan Whittington should get the credit. Number 4 right there at the top of your screen, blocking.
That was Texas's shortest scoring drive so far, and it was 80 yards. Cardinals. 21-0 Texas here. Kevin, what do you have going?
Ball team.
They go with a counter to Farouk, but there was so.
They are certainly pushing some guys around in the trenches.
2nd and 10. This is Stoops on the handoff. Drake Stoops trying to get to the edge as he's out to the 30-yard line. Got to find something. What do they have? 3rd and 6. Stoops thinking about passing. Then he tucks, runs, and just gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's met by Gilbo.
Just excellent discipline from Texas's defense. You got the double pass called up. Stoops gets to the outside. As you can see, they're trying to take advantage of Deshaun Jameson on a double move, but he stays over the top, stays at home, covers his guy, and forces the punt.
Turk on the punt, had an 85-yarder in this rivalry game a year ago. This a fair catch. Nearly, Bijan has turned into a superstar for the Horns. Pressure off the edge. Bijan picks it up. Ewers was left with little option. They bring 3, drop 8 against Ewers. And incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and long and an opportunity.
Your screen. He's been a reliable target on 3rd down.
They're 4 of 5 on 3rd down. This a 3rd and 10 as Ewers had to drift all the way back to the 17-yard line.
To the left, you're going to see guys going this way, and Ewers is going out to his right. There's nobody really home. So as you can see, well defended there by the Sooners.
Trejo, as he hits the knuckler to the 29-yard line. Braden Willis taking the direct snap. And here is Willis. Remember, they had success with this personnel group in this formation.
Some points before half.
This is Farouk, and look at him turn the corner. Jalil Farouk, past midfield, still going.
They have a nice run to the right side. You're stuck blocking. Look at number 11, Bevel. I was like, oh no, I'm getting out of the way. Ah! So, great play side of the 50s where they've had their struggles.
Willis tries to steamroll concussion protocol. Eric Gray on 2nd and 9 takes the direct snap. Follows that lead block and is able to cut back. It'll be 3rd and...
Be prepared to bounce it, though, against those big bodies up front.
Gray on 3rd and 2.
There it is.
And there it is. And Gray all the way down near the 20-yard line.
From it if you're Jeff Levy.
And they don't. Gray's going to pop pass it, and it's intercepted. Barron's got it. They tried to change it up. Eric Gray took a step to the line.
When it rains, it pours. This is a touchdown, if not for one defensive line stunt. Look at number 90, Byron Murphy. He loops to the outside, which slows down Willis, who's going to absolutely go right there at the line of scrimmage, allows the defense to recover and make the play. Just a really, really unfortunate turn for Oklahoma.
Ewers decides to pull it down. We got to find a way. And that's going to be a first down with Bijan Robinson. Oklahoma. So put to the line again. Bijan Robinson kept his balance. Basically did a squat to find something.
Major mistakes to give momentum back to the Sooners before half.
So after the tackle for loss by C.J. Colden, a 2nd and 13.
False start, number 65, offense. 5-yard penalty. So 2nd down.
In American sports, the AT&T Red River Showdown, the Cotton Bowl, over 92,000 here in Dallas. 2nd and 18, Bijan Robinson trying to get back.
Start playing better, especially against the run. Giving up a lot of big plays here in the first half of this football game.
See if the Sooners defense can get a stop on 3rd and 11. When Ewers pressured, he's going to tuck, run, try to get there, and he does. And in fact, dives ahead.
Very capable, though, on a broken play.
And now off of play action. Crowd wanted to fly. Look at these offensive numbers and the advantages for Texas today. Whether it's yards and passing yards and first down or yards per play. Roschon Johnson gives a little something at the end of that crossing mid to use. Ewers on 3rd and 4. It's another first down as he gets it to Gunnar Helm. How Ewers manages the final half minute here. How about taking a strike with it? And the flag will come out.
Pass interference, number 21, defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
A difficult spot there for Kendall Dennis going against one of the fastest, most explosive wide receivers in college football in a one-on-one situation. And this is something that's hurt Oklahoma the last couple weeks. Their corner
to the 24-yard line with 24 seconds remaining. Ewers, look at this. J.T. Sanders. Every which way, it is burnt orange. It is Texas Longhorns, and it is a heck of a first half out of Quinn Ewers.
What a throw on the seam. It's pretty well covered. It's pretty well defended. End zone.
And Ryan, respectively. Quinn actually reached out to JT via Instagram, and the two would just meet up. They'd work out. So they had a relationship before Ewers decided to transfer back to UT. They've, of course, grown closer since becoming
national championship game. Things have changed mightily.
No doubt.
Here's Farouk on the return from his 1-yard line. Just hoping for something. He's wrestled down to 19. But right now, Oklahoma needs to find anything, absolutely anything they can. And it's an interception. It is Deshaun Jameson. Lands our way. It didn't. It landed with Jameson.
And what a way to cap off. I mean, essentially a flawless first half of football for the Texas Longhorns. They've now doubled.
And comes back home. You got a glimpse of Ewers against Alabama. You said, oh my, what do they have here? And then you see what he has done as Bijan Robinson will just add to his total here and get his triple zeros on the clock. Quinn for 31 yards and an interception. The Sooners will have the ball to start this second half. Greg, they've gone punt.
Last few weeks.
They are back to the formation with Willis taking the direct snap. As he gives to Gray, and Gray able to turn the corner and go ahead for 11 yards.
Tess, Greg, Brent Venables told his team at half, they're going to write what they see. And let me tell you, you will not like what they write. So let's go change the narrative in the second half. Show we have some gut, toughness, and an edge.
Farouk. And great pursuit down the line. I think he lost a yard as Deshaun Jameson with.
Point to that if you're Oklahoma, but you have to get points on this first drive.
Willis is trying to power ahead for something. Quarterback. Third down and 8. Goes underneath the Barnes, and Barnes is going to be.
Absolutely have to get some points.
4th and 2 from your own 44. Bevel. He lost a yard.
This is just so well defended by Texas. There's absolutely nothing there. You see 4, 5, 6 Texas Longhorns in pursuit defensively. And as you can see right down the line, as Steve Sarkisian is fired up. Third quarter, and a good start there for the Horns.
Now Robinson patiently look for something, cuts back against the grain, and is able to up the game. And you will get a hefty dose of him in the second half, no doubt about it. As he adds to it and
explode to a good solid set, heavy play action, see if you can't get one-on-one.
There's the play action. Here's Ewers. Is this the dagger Greg spoke of? Out of the back of the end zone.
Ran out a little bit of room. 31-yard line starting to get a little bit tight. If that play is from, say, the 40 or the 45, that's an easy touchdown for the Longhorns, as Worthy was just going to run right beyond the defense as they tried to throw it deep on the condensed field.
Worthy almost visited Bevo after the end of that play. Back to Bijan Robinson. Nice cut there. Get it to the 25-yard line.
Even if you have a long incompletion.
Johnson, the running back, on 3rd and 3. That combination of size and power, and with that power.
But Roschon Johnson's in the mix, and we'll tell you why in just a minute. Ball Foundation Scholar athlete, as one of the top student athletes in college football.
2nd and 9. Ewers, look at how wide open, but just slightly.
Just a hair high there. Whittington, of course, wide open on the wheel route. Just a little. They now drop back into coverage.
Ewers on 3rd and 9 was forced back. And this ball is intercepted. He tried to float it out, but C.J. Colden with the interception.
Doesn't matter how much arm talent you have, Quinn Ewers can go with anybody throwing the football. You throw it off your back foot, it's going to be very, very difficult, especially from the far hash, to throw it out of bounds. You see him retreat. You kind of see him throw a fadeaway jumper. It doesn't come out of his hand clean. It's quacking on the way down.
Marcus Major is going to be taking the direct snap now. And Texas knows exactly what is coming time and again as Ford makes newer traditions in college football to honor a true American hero. And as Major takes it aside, and I'm up.
Running back been a little bit more forward. He might have been tossed.
3rd and 8. Marcus Major only gets maybe a half a yard.
It is way too conservative. Throw caution to the wind.
Especially on 3rd and long, right? I mean, you're doing half the defense's job for them.
When you get a turnover, I want to say Mac Brown, and I don't remember who was the coach before that. Is that bad?
Nothing there for Bijan. Hey, what's going on, Kevin Nagandi? Coordinator with Spurrier, coming off all that success in Gainesville in the 90s. There's Ewers on 2nd and 7 as he gets it complete to JP.
As you can see, the ump right there, just almost getting out of the way. Okay, though.
Roschon Johnson as he goes ahead.
He was asked to transition to running back, and the rest is history.
2nd and 7. Ewers easily goes to Whittington for another first down, and they're inside the 30.
Foot. This time he kind of throws it off his back foot, but drops it right over the top of the defender and right into the hands of Whittington. Just an excellent job as Whittington works.
Johnson continues.
Watching the effort on this drive in particular will be very valuable to see who's with you and who's against you down the road.
That's a very good point. Just simply effort at this point. When you see a score like this, when you've been...
For the Oklahoma players on the field right now.
Bijan Robinson, he's going to walk it right in. He could downshift, and he's got 128 yards and 2 touchdowns today.
Just absolutely stealing. Well secured there on the end of the line of scrimmage. What's been a very impressive day.
Remember, Katie told us...
Network. And, you know, Tess, who's going to score first? The Rays, the Guardians, or Oklahoma? That's a big question in the studio.
That is a question. Could they be shut out here? Katie George, what's going on?
We're clear.
They're just running right down the line. No problem with the long grass.
Willis tackled for a loss. Second and 12. Davis Bevel can go with the screen. No shot. And we always talk about it's like playing a home game and a road game at the same time. And right now, facing a 3rd and 12, Davis Bevel is finding out what it feels like to be in front of that Texas section, that Texas half of the Cotton Bowl, and it goes incomplete. Would have just been their 3rd 3 and out, 5th punt. Michael Turk kicks away. Fair catch by Worthy. Football for the rest of the country. This was the window, the prism by which you saw the sport. Batted away and falling harmlessly to the ground. And
I love the sport. This is why I love college football. I'm not sure there's a better environment in the game.
Worthy took a hard hit at the...
Not saying much after a hit like that, given the current circumstances on the scoreboard.
Roschon Johnson will have the first down, and then he is swung. They want to sit back and enjoy every second of this. Look at the effort from Johnson. And that is a
great run here. Pretty well stacked up there in the backfield, as you can see. Runs through Key Lawrence and a couple other Sooners. And then Freeze, and a lot of people positively impacted by his presence.
Johnson on the short pitch, just tackled right down the...
I really don't know if there's a deeper league in college football.
That's really what you want, is you want the middle and the bottom to be that good. To the end zone and add to the day for Quinn Ewers and JT Sanders. Domination. And this tight end, Sanders, is a very dangerous weapon.
Just when you have a dynamic number 1, like number 8, Xavier Worthy. There he is over here on the right-hand side, double covered. What does that allow for? Single coverage for Sanders there in the red zone. Look at the 2 Sooner defenders following number 8, Worthy. That opens up one-on-one on the post route, crossing face with the big body Sanders. When you have a dynamic wide receiver, you can't leave him in one-on-one. Sooners.
Here they come into a game where their starting quarterback, Dillon Gabriel, is in concussion protocol. Katie?
You know, Sanders...
Major problem and a headache for every defensive coordinator he'll face.
And swinging out of the backfield with Barnes.
Importance of that position to his offense, deciding to move into offense. Clearly a great decision for the Longhorns.
Barnes, just a couple yards. It's 19 zip in 1965. 1965. The Oklahoma offense.
False start, number 66, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
11 straight games without being shut out. And here we're coming to the end of the 3rd, and it's a 3rd and 12, and it's a sack. As college football, where the great divide happens at the 50-yard line. Right now, we still have half of the Cotton Bowl completely filled with revelers in burnt orange. And as we start this 4th quarter, and it's Worthy on the return. Nice way to come back off the injury. And just darting right through the defense is Keilan Robinson.
Totally misplayed by Oklahoma's defense. There's nobody in the gap between the center and the right guard. That's the A gap. It's the one you have to protect the most if you're a defense, because any running back that hits it vertically at 100 miles an hour and there's nobody there, you got major issues.
5 plays now over 20 yards, Greg, for Texas.
False start, number 65, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
7 days in Southwest Florida as the road to recovery continues. Robinson just a yard there, Oklahoma. Robinson again before he is brought down.
It's difficult. You can find out a lot about the guys you're going to build your program with in the future in situations like this. It's difficult when you don't really know who you are to play good quality defense.
Brooks again, and look at him go! And it's another Texas touchdown, Jonathan Brooks.
They just continue to pound them on the ground, and Oklahoma's defense wants none of it. It's
on Johnson are long gone from this game. And now guys like Keilan Robinson and Jonathan. This offense has been flawless. Texas defense has been perfect. And they've been disciplined as a team. Only 2 penalties. Only 10 yards in penalties. Kevin, what's up?
And of course, you can see some of the other games coming up later this afternoon.
Ohio State and Michigan State right here on ABC. It's a sack by Keanu throughout the rest of the day and night right here on ABC. 2nd and 14. Javante Barnes tried to get to the edge. Jet Bush walk off with the trainers. 3rd down and 12. Bevel. He's going to be sacked again. 4th quarterback, and Bijan fumbled on the first play of overtime. And then Alabama, and that was a great effort.
As you can see, just those guys can factor into the long-term health of your season.
Of course, quarterbacks transfer left and right. So who sticks around to be your backup? But give credit to Hudson Card, who didn't for Texas.
Had to earn it, man, and man, he's made throw after throw and made it look easy in the process.
So Hudson Card comes into the game. Last week had the win against West Virginia, start 3 straight games, had 3 touchdowns last week. And they are quick to laud him, Katie.
Hot pursuit via the portal.
Everybody's looking to be the man. Where can I play?
And it's understandable, but think about if you don't, you could be in real trouble.
They're down in 5, Brooks, but I just love what that report Katie gave about how Sark appreciates it. Appreciates this young man. Is so grateful for what he's done and the effort that he's put forth.
And especially thinking, too, last year as Hudson Card gets an ovation as he leaves the field with it and got good opportunity to get an awful lot of reps the last couple weeks.
Jaden Blue, defense. Hudson Card come in for a bit. He's dealing with a bad ankle, by the way. And now with this score and this moment, an opportunity to get Charles Wright.
That Texas has, but I've been watching Oklahoma football a long time. Since I was 10 years old, and watched probably almost every game they've had, with the exception of some of the pay-per-views, which I didn't get those maybe the last few years. But in all seriousness, I've watched probably 30 or 40% of the Oklahoma offensive snaps because I've been so fascinated with just how good their offenses have been forever, and I'm such a fan of offensive football. But today was an abysmal performance. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Or mind-blowing in a lot of ways.
Jaden Blue continues to bleed this clock for Texas. 2009 against Nebraska the last time they didn't have a touchdown. As hurt Auburn wardrobe as well. Javante Barnes with the carry.
Freshman's capable of.
Evers gives to Barnes. Got to go back to how Nick Evers steps into this game at quarterback.
Yeah, they have totally dominated up front, especially here in the second half of this football game. Look, there's not much threat of the pass.
Longest streak in major college football. And that is being threatened right here as that ball goes right into
tempo. So when you're without a starter, it's incredibly difficult. But defensively, to see how they played the first few weeks. And do you take genuine offense to a fried charcuterie board?
Very much so. Not as much as I would be offended with the fried lasagna. The fried lasagna, as the son of an Italian immigrant, I'm just ready to get the first flight out of here right now. But that fried...
What you two are talking about. I'm trying to get my post-game ready, guys.
Starving. That's what I'm talking about. Jonathan Brooks tackled for a loss here. Bottoming out all of a sudden in the midst of this season?
It certainly feels that way. And part of the problems is some of the things that they have issues with are not easily open.
Illegal motion on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
A consistent run game without it being Wildcat.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
As we've seen different variations of BC really this year. I mean, if they play like they did last week, they're in great shape. They play like they did against Florida State, they're going to get crushed. So need to look a lot like it's players over plays when it comes to the defensive side of the football. And right now, they have a lot of players, but they...
Quinn Ewers at quarterback. Bijan Robinson, you know what he offers up. Watch out. Javonte Barnes with a good gainer here in the final half minute is upon us.
And I'm telling you, man, Texas, we already talked about it. We're not going to play the hypotheticals, but it's hard not to say what if, right? I mean, this team that we saw on the field here today, granted, this is October 8th version of the Texas Longhorns. This team right here can go with anybody. The way they dominated on both lines of scrimmage and the way their quarterback played, plus the rhythm they got into both offensively and defensively. If they look like this down the stretch, you're looking at maybe the best team in the Big 12 and a team that you certainly don't want to face down the stretch.
Sark does it big time in Red River. 49-zip. Texas is 49 points, the most in Red River Showdown history. In the 311 straight games without being shut out, that's gone. The 167 straight games Oklahoma had with an offensive touchdown, that's gone. It is the worst shutout loss in Oklahoma history. Texas just throttles them.